One of the cool new features in Mari 1.4 is the addition of this color space toolbar you can see here at the bottom of my screen. This, along with the implementation of OpenColor I/O, is going to make color management across different applications and different projects much more simple. Now what I'm going to do for the moment is run you through a few of the options down here on my color space toolbar, beginning on the very left hand side where we can toggle on and off our color management. Now as soon as I turn this on, our army case is going to get a lot brighter, and this is because our input color space is currently set to linear, and I know for a fact that these textures were painted in an sRGB color space. So I'm going to click on this list and select sRGB from the drop down, and as soon as we do that, everything will return to as it was looking previously. Now zooming along this list a little bit further, we have the next button, which is Select Color Space Configuration File. Now this is a file that describes everything about the OpenColor I/O color space that we can simply select, and once that is in place, everything else will be set up for us. In this case, we're going to go along to the very next option, which is going to allow us to select a custom LUT to use. Now, of course, LUTs are extremely important in visual effects when you want to match CG elements or textures to a shot background plate. So I'm going to click the button to open up the menu, at the bottom of which you can see all of the industry standard LUT formats that Mari supports. Now inside of here, I'm going to come up to my LUTs folder, click on my Mari demo LUT, and with that in place, I'm going to come down to the bottom and click Open to update the colors in our project to represent that LUT. Now with this in place, I'm going to zoom along a little bit further, and inside of here we now have View Transform. Now this is a viewer LUT that we can apply into Mari, currently set to sRGB. The other option we have at the moment is Rec 709, though of course this can be extended even further by editing your OpenColor I/O profile. Next to that we have Component, currently set to RGB. This allows us to view just the R, G, B, or A channels, or alternatively just the luminance. Obviously if we set that back to RGB, we reset the view and view all of those channels at once. Finally, on the right of the toolbar we have the gain and the gamma settings. So this is interactive control over how the texture is being displayed in your viewport. It's also worth pointing out that this gain value is in fact an exposure setting, which can be extremely useful if you're working with HDRI imagery. So that is the brand new color space toolbar and implementation of OpenColor I/O in Mari 1.4.